Are you struggling with the 9 to 5 grind and want to achieve financial independence to eventually retire early? Then this video series is for you. This is video number 3 where we dive into the principles of digital FIRE, which is my personal take on the FIRE movement: financial independence, retire early. This is where I combine emerging technology with digital assets like crypto, NFTs, and AI to accelerate your progress to FIRE earlier. If you missed any videos in the previous series, just click on the playlist above and catch up. I've decided to do this video a little differently. So think of this adventure like exploring a fantasy MMORPG game similar to World of Warcraft. You're going to be traveling through this land of digital Taria, mastering new skills, completing quests, with the ultimate goal of achieving financial independence and to retire early. Chapter 1, the call to action, setting your financial goals. In this chapter, you, the hero, slumbers in the mystical land of digital Taria, where you hear a whisper of an ethereal F.I.R.E angel that reaches you in your dreams. The angel reveals tantalizing glimpses of a life filled with financial independence and early retirement. Stirring from your slumber, you wake up and you find yourself consumed by a burning desire to pursue this dream. So I urge you to close your eyes and envision what early retirement looks like for you. So close your eyes. You can do this for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or however long that you want. And you really want to immerse yourself into that experience. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What do you see around yourself? How do you picture what early retirement and financial independence looks like for you? The more in depth, the more detailed, the more pictures that you can envision of how you want early retirement to look like is the better. Because this is going to be the motivating factor. This is your why. You always hear all these books, Simon Sinek's start with why. This is your why that's going to push you through those moments where things get intense. Times where you might lose more money than you were expecting. Times where it gets tough to save and you just want to be tempted to spend money on other things. This is your why. This is what's pushing you. And it could be for simple reasons as just wanting to provide for your family or just wanting to retire early to be able to experience more meaningful experiences and to not work anymore. This just needs to be motivating enough to push you through those times when things get rough or when things get boring and you want to do something else. So now that you have that vision, that is your promised land of FIRE. To conquer this coveted realm of early retirement, you must set specific financial goals. So let's begin by determining the age at which you want to retire at. So think about that early age. And then now we're gonna calculate the amount of money you need to sustain your desired lifestyle. To estimate this amount, you're gonna consider 2 traditional FIRE rules. This is gonna be the 4% rule and the 25x rule. The 4% rule is a guideline, which just means you can safely withdraw 4% of your investment portfolio each year without reducing your overall amount, basically allowing you to live off the interest and thrive in retirement and not have to worry about income again. The 25 rule is another guideline, rough estimation that says that you'll need about 25 times your desired annual retirement expenses stored inside your investment portfolio. So when you take these, you'll be able to get a rough estimate of how much that you're gonna need inside retirement. For example, if you require $40,000 during retirement, that's how much your expenses are. You're gonna want an overall portfolio of at least $1 million. So that's 40,000 times 25. I like to be more conservative, so I'm aiming for 3% to 3.5% to have a bigger buffer for potential market downtrends and just to mitigate risk a little bit more. Now that you have your general goal set that will set your direction, let's open the scroll of expense knowledge. So here we're gonna unlock a powerful skill, the potent skill tree of FIRE mastery. So first, you have to gain mastery over your expenses, and you're gonna be doing that by tracking your income and your expenses for a moon cycle. A moon cycle is probably around 1 to 3 months, and you're gonna employ a single parchment or enchanted tools like Mint or YNAB, which is you need a budget to aid in the task. These are just apps that will help automate and help you figure out your actual total expenses of what goes in and what goes out. This is crucially important. As you track your expenses, you're gonna want to identify patterns and opportunities to optimize your spending. You're gonna want to look at your expenses and then see the general categories of where they fall under. We tend to underestimate how much we spend until you actually take a full catalog and you actually look at all of your expenses. And don't forget to add what you spend in cash, or this cash that you pull out, or that you send to people through apps like Venmo or Zelle. With a clear understanding of your income and expenses, it's time to learn the skill of conscious spending. Ramit Sethi is the author of I Will Teach You to Be Rich, which introduced the idea of conscious spending. It's about being intentional with your money and making sure that your spending reflects what truly matters to you. The 50-30-20 rule is a well-known guideline in personal finance that suggests saving 50% to your needs, 30% to your wants, and 20% to your savings and investments. So here's how we're going to combine the two concepts together. You want to start by reflecting on your values, your goals, and your priorities, and then make a list of the things that bring you happiness and fulfillment. Next, you're going to look at the 50-30-20 rule as a starting point to allocate your after-tax income. 50% for necessities, 30% for discretionary spending, also known as guilt-free spending, and then 20% for savings and investing. Modify these percentages to better align with your conscious spending plan, so taking into account your own personal finance situation and goals. You want to automate your finances by setting up automatic transfers to your savings, your investment, your guilt-free spending accounts each month. Then you want to analyze your current expenses and cut back on the areas that don't align with your values or your prioritize, freeing up money to spend on things that you truly enjoy while still being able to save and to invest, moving towards early retirement and financial independence. By merging these together, you create a more flexible and effective financial plan that focuses on your individual priorities and values, leading to better satisfaction, happiness, and financial success in the long run. You're going to use this as a starting point and then adjust it as you go. If you need to save for a wedding, if you need to save for a house, you're going to change the number to meet those conscious spending plans and goals that you have. Remember, your journey to F.I.R.E in Digital Tarya is personal, and your budget should mirror your unique path. With your financial goals set and learning skills like 50-30-20, it's time to venture further into the mysterious realm of Digital Tarya. In Chapter 2, we're going to brave a perilous training arc to hone your skills and to fortify you for the demanding journey ahead. Which brings us to the enchanted forests of frugality, where you will learn to make judicious financial decisions to conserve your valuable resources. And deep within these ancient woods, you will discover an age-old scroll containing the arcane secrets of frugality.